What's my theme music? Let's get to the facts, you know talking shit. I'm gonna touch some reckless shit. Being in my bag, bitch, I'm doing real time.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is you talking about?
Who the hell is Kiana, Tommy?
Kiana who?
Oh, you dumb now? You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know no fucking Kiana, man.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talk is Cheap with Kiana J. I am your host, Kiana J, and we're back for another week of exciting podcast gossip or talks, whatever you want to call it. I'm here. We always start the show off now with celebrity and local news, and that's with my girl, allegedly Alexis. Alexis, hey baby,
Hello.
how you doing today?
Good. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm tired from this weekend, but that's a whole nother situation. You know, it was my
That's
birthday,
a whole
so
nother day that's a whole nother podcast.
look, honey. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with the first story you have.
Okay, so the first story, I try to start off good. So we want to give congrats to Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner. They welcomed their baby boy on 2/2, so February 2nd of 2022.
She
So
was
congrats.
pregnant?
Yeah. You didn't know?
I'd be so late, girl. Okay, go
Obviously,
ahead.
you don't keep up with the Kardashians.
Girl, I can't stand the folks. Okay, go ahead.
The second story, Nipsey's hustle is keeping his legacy alive by opening a second storefront for his Marathon brand. The commercial property will be located in the Melrose Art District, which is in LA. His brother, Nipsey Hussle's brother, stated that it's always been a dream for Nipsey to open a second storefront for his brand. So his brother's excited to see his dreams be fulfilled and that his kids can see that.
Okay.
In other news, Kanye West is dropping a documentary on Netflix called, I'm not sure if this is pronounced right, but it's Genius. I don't know. It's spelled different. But it's a Kanye trilogy, and it will be based on two decades of behind-the-scenes footage of his career as a rapper, starting back in 2002. So it's going to be a 3-part series starting February 16th. It's going to come out weekly, and it will be in a movie theater. So it's going to drop on Netflix on February 16th, and it's going to drop in theaters on 2/10.
So it's starting from when he was living in Chicago?
From when he was living in Chicago. The producer actually started following him in 1998, following Kanye around, getting footage. So I guess that's why they said it's 2 years. It starts back to it's 2 years worth of decade of stuff, but as a rapper starting back in 2008 and 2002.
What's my theme music?
I'm about to say, what is going on?
Kanye, he also will be dropping his album 2/22 of 22. So February 22nd of 22, he'll be dropping his album. That's going to be executive produced by Drake. Dirk stated, I'm not sure if he's going to stay with it, but he stated that he may be dropping his album the same day as Kanye West. King Von's estate announced that his highly anticipated album will be dropping next month on March 4th.
So he Machiavelli. He had a whole bunch of songs that they just
basically like Pop Smoke and Juice WRLD and all of them, I guess.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj and the City Girls have made amends. So
they was fighting?
Well, when the City Girls came out, I guess they chose sides. In other words, I guess they chose more of Cardi's side than Nicki's side, and a lot of stuff was being said that shouldn't have been said, smack talking, drama, whatever the case may be. What is her name? Young Miami did a little interview and stated that their manager P called Nicki on the phone. Basically, they squashed their beef. Whatever was going on, they talked it out like women. They can move forward. I don't know if his music going to be coming from them in the future, but at least they're all on one accord and it's no beef there. Did you see this?
I didn't even know.
Did you see the Nelly video?
No.
Okay, so Nelly has a sex video.
He do?
Oh yes, let me send it to you. I thought I
Send
sent it
it
to you
to
before
me.
this.
No.
How
Send
dare
that
I?
to me.
Listen, all I'm going to say is we waited all this time for Nelly to be this fine, and his stuff looked like a Roku remote.
What?
A Roku remote. Hold on. Where is that? You know what a Roku remote look like?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just sent
Okay,
you the
okay.
I just sent you the
Okay.
video.
Okay, I'm gonna look at that, girl.
So you can take a look at it. In other news, Columbus Short was arrested for a domestic violence situation with his wife. He stated that she punched him in the face and he asked her to leave the house. She didn't leave the house. Once he was upset,
How long he been married to her?
he's been married to her for a while, and I believe this isn't the
Because
first situation, unless this is a whole
exactly,
new
because
wife.
he got, huh? Because I know
Unless this is a whole new wife. Other,
he got
but I
kicked
know
off a scandal because of a domestic violence situation. Okay.
and he's back at it. He faced some felony charges. I'm not sure exactly, but battery I know. He bailed it out of a $50,000 bond. He stated that the investigators was there because she only has a little scratch on her hand. He tried to take her phone out her hand and she got a little scratch on her hand. But I'm sure cops this isn't his first time, so I don't know how.
Yeah, he has a history of it, and that's my
Yeah.
point
Mhm.
exactly. We act like we don't see it the first time. Yeah, it gets worse, so that ain't the only time. But
Yes.
I guess.
And that brings me to my last situation in local news. I know you wanted to talk about the situation that happened of the young fellow who shot and killed his baby mother, another young man he killed as well, and shot another young woman who was trying to help, I should say, in other words, help his mother, or not his mother, his child's mother. He went to live and he went to Facebook, I should say, and went live, or whatever social media outlet went live, and basically was telling his side of the story, saying that he shot and killed her. It was mental illness is the reason he did it. He said that it didn't justify his actions, but at the same time, he couldn't take it anymore. So,
Okay, so you know what I'm about to go. I'm about to go here.
mhm.
Okay, so this been bothering me all weekend. I had sent it to a couple friends and stuff like that to get their opinions on it. Okay, I know people with mental health issues. Okay, I know a lot of people with mental health issues. Okay, my thing is with the mental health defense on this is that your mental health only was gauged towards her. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't gauged towards anybody else. It was gauged towards her. Now, from another video that I seen, the story was she moved on and he couldn't handle it.
He couldn't let go, basically.
So, me with this is I'm not dismissing mental health because it's very strong and very strong out here. But we're not going to keep using that as a defense because a man can't let go of a relationship, you
Or
know,
control his feelings.
his emotions. And like I said before, women are more emotional, but we express our emotions. Men are a lot more emotional than we are, but they don't know how to express it. This and a lot of men that's doing this now are young. So I'm starting to think it's becoming a trend because the fuck. And I'm not putting all the blame on the men, women. At the end of the day, a
We gotta
domestic
recognize.
violence relationship is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end result, you might end up not here, you know. Um, it get worse,
Mm-hmm.
over time. And when you
Mm-hmm.
decide to leave, shit, sometimes you have to take extra precautions when you leave
Mm-hmm.
because nobody knows your man like you, not even they family, because you spent
Sometimes you
all
don't
this
even know them like you think you
right,
do.
but you spent all this time with them, so you kind of get to know
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
everything about them. And the men tell the family what they want the family to know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when a woman tries to explain all that, this, they always say, well, if this, his family, if this happened, or if this happened, or if that if word is, I used to be in a domestic situation. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, there's no ifs. If I said it happened, it happened. My thing with this is, you know what I'm saying? People are defending him. I understand that because they're his friends and family. But wrong is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Wrong is
Wrong is
wrong.
wrong. And I just feel like at the end of the day, he was wrong. Wrong. And had the nerve to get the baby some pizza in the process of threatening to
You're
shoot the
right.
police.
And turned on TV and everything. So
Come
you
on.
still there to be able to do that.
That's my thing, and it's sad. It's sad that our black men are killing off our black women,
Mm-hmm.
and they supposed to protect us. And I did a post of the the black men hate the black woman so much to a point of, well, they will take our lives,
Right.
you know. And
Mm-hmm.
you got to understand, we're their mothers, we're their sisters, we're their
Mm-hmm.
cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, they supposed to protect us. I'm supposed to feel protected. I'm scared to get in a fucking relationship. Shit, these motherfuckers out here crazy.
Right. Yeah. You be
You
scared to
know?
you never know who is who. You never know who is a Jeffrey Dahmer or what
Shit, you
out here.
break up with a nigga. Next thing you know, your head blown off. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like that's some bullshit right there. And that's straight fucking bullshit. And that
mm-hmm.
shit bothered me all weekend because there was another situation in Memphis where a man killed he had a wife and two side chicks, and he killed one of the side chicks because he didn't want no more kids, and they threw the baby in the river. And the baby was 2 days old.
Him and
Like,
the girlfriend did, or
they say they think the other girlfriend had a part of it.
that now that's
That's the
mental
shit I'm.
illness. That type of stuff is you sick to do some stuff like that. Some
It's crazy. Like that is it's becoming a trend. It's you
mm-hmm.
starting to see more and more and more and more and more and more of these cases. And it's just like there's no consequences to them. Oh, all they're gonna do is kill themselves. You know, it's
Right,
just like
right.
it's
That's the
saddening.
sad and it's sad because this woman's now her parents don't have a daughter. Now her son is without a mother. It's just a sad situation for that child at the end of the day. Now he doesn't have a mother or a father. Who's to say whose hands that child is going to go to? What if the grandparents can't pick up and take care of that child? What if the next aunts and uncles and kin can't take care of that child and it has to go to foster care or something like that? Me being a previous foster care parent, nobody wants to be in foster care, and it's just a
Yeah,
messed up
and
situation for the baby to be involved in.
I just
That
feel like this is becoming too much, and I just feel women, if you in a domestic situation, I had somebody hit me up on TikTok and they was like, they seen my domestic violence clip and they was like, thank you for bringing awareness to it. and because it's a lot of it going on out here, and I know it's bad. If you are in a domestic violence situation, I don't care how much you think you love a person do not love you if they hit you. And that's just what it is. They want to control you. It's something wrong with
Yes.
them internally. Like, that is not love. That is
And women
not love.
think, oh, he just did it one time, he's not gonna do it again, or he's gonna change, and it becomes a repeating cycle
If he
until
do
it's
it
too
once,
late.
he's gonna do it again. He do it first. It start off with a smack, then it start off with a punch.
Or first it start off with a disrespect.
Yeah,
Or
you
something.
know, or
Then
something. It gradually escalates. You know, and he come back crying. I never do that. No, walk away, because you have to think about if you have kids, what they're seeing. You have to think about if you have people around you, you know what I'm saying? People that love you don't want to see that.
right.
They don't, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, my brothers and them don't play that. My cousins and them don't play that shit. And I don't play it about my sisters. So at the end of the day, hey, sure, cousin, somebody else sons put their hands on me, I swear to God, he gonna be on a fucking t-shirt. I'm not fucking playing. And I said that on camera.
Listen, I'm gonna be allegedly Alexis is reporting live. Kiana's case.
Shit.
Done.
I'm
Put
not
somebody on
gonna
a t-shirt.
play with nobody dusty ass son.
Okay. Find you somebody else to play with.
Find somebody else to play with, because this one ain't the one. I swear to God, first time up. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta fucking do. But I did want to get that story out there for this reason. So, because it was bothering me this weekend. You know, I don't know why this story bothered me so much, because it happens
people
a
with
lot.
mental health. It hit home when you know people personally that suffers from mental health, you know, and then you feel like people is just throwing it out there, you know, not really suffering from, or he could be suffering, but still,
He
it's not
could be suffering from a point of it, but I know people with real mental health issues. You know, like people from the army and all type of stuff, and they manage to control. You know what I'm saying? So
they got PTSD and everything else going on at the same time.
Yeah, that really bothered me. That's being thrown around like that. You know, but hey, it is what it is. If that's the fence we going with, I guess. So, thank you, Alexis, for
you are very welcome.
With the news. I appreciate it. I learned a lot of new stuff today. You know, I got to go on Shade Room a little bit, you know.
No, before you go on Shade Room, look at that text.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to do that tonight. All right, baby. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. So, y'all, moving in going from that to what the topic is today, which is the bitter baby daddies. Now, again, what had happened was he killed his baby mama. It's a lot of bitter baby daddies out here, and some of them are not that crazy, but some of them are, you know. So I do have a few guests coming on tonight. I don't know if they here yet, but we're gonna see if they're here. I guess they haven't popped up. So who's here? Who is that?
Hey, girl.
Hey, Josh.
Hey.
So this is my friend. Y'all know her. She a regular on this show. Josh. I was about to say your whole name. Josh. Josh is here as one of my guests. And then we're waiting on the other one to pop in, Ebony. So she come in. My sister Ebony will be joining us for this show tonight also. So we just got finished talking about what happened this weekend with the dude in Brown Deer that killed his baby mom, which led into the topic. It didn't start the topic of bitter baby daddies, but it's leading into this because he killed his baby mama.
Yeah.
So bitter baby daddies, we all have them. Mine's, I don't know if he's still bitter or what, but I'm still a nothing ass motherfucking bitch.
Still, them kids grown as hell. Get over it, bro. He's
I'm
sick as
still a
fuck.
nothing ass motherfucker. That's why he's blocked on every single thing ever that you can invent to try to get in contact with me. You know, the only way he can find out what I'm doing if somebody tells him because he has no contact with me whatsoever. Um, I just feel like, hey, Ebony.
Hey, girl.
Hey. Sorry, y'all. I
So,
was just finishing up with a client.
oh, okay. So, with that being said, like I said, I have a bitter baby daddy, and my kids are grown. And so, at the end of the day, you know, me being a nothing ass bitch when it comes to him, you know, I just feel like he's upset because if I do run into him, he still be trying to holler, you know, but I shoot him down, I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and he used the kids to be like, I ain't shit. You ain't shit when it comes to them. Like my son had a recent run in with the law, you know. I'm like, nah, I ain't bailing him out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't shit. Woo. The fuck? You shouldn't have got in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You want to bail him out. You know? I just feel like they try to say things and do things because they still be in their feelings. What y'all think about that?
Yep. 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 I can relate. And for the sake of my legal issues that I'm going through, I won't say which one. I have two of them. One is lighter than the other with regard to the bitterness, but I just know that it's crazy how a lot of times women get um accused of being the bitter baby mamas, mad, upset, hurt, and it really honestly men carry their feelings in a different way. And a lot of times women get accused of using a child as a pawn or whatever. In my situation, it's the total opposite. Um, I walked away and didn't look back. And when I didn't look back, that's when I became broke bitch, bum bitch, bitter bitch, mad bitch, lonely, depressed. And it was like,
I was all them bitches. I was every bitch but Kiana bitch.
and you know what the crazy part is? I remember one time I asked, like, when you call me bitter, what about me makes me bitter? And all they could say was, I don't know. I don't know. That's just the word I can come up with. Then find a new word. Because when I think of bitter, I'm thinking of somebody that's constantly, like, no matter what you
Nitpicking,
do,
miserable,
mad. And I am none of that. I am one of those type of people where, you know, I heal in silence. Like if I'm hurt, I'm gonna do it behind closed doors. I don't need to make a scene. I don't need to curse you out. I don't need to show my ass. I don't need to go all on social media. But the thing is, everything that bitter represents is what
Be opposite.
is the opposite party doing it. Like everything. Nobody can ever say I did this, that, but I can literally go, I can rattle off everything that's been happening, all because I'm choosing to just be a parent. Like, I don't want nothing to do with you. Take care of your kid. And
Mhm.
and the crazy part is like when you disconnect that, when you say, hey, you can no longer be attached to me, but you can be attached to your child. Oh man, the things
It'd
that
be a whole different situation because it don't even be about the child to them. It be
it's
about
not.
you.
It is, and
and
it's
that's
a
crazy. That's some deranged shit. Like,
it is. But you know what? Out of all the times that I feel myself getting angry and mad, what stops me is to be like, that's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they want. And it's so crazy because I used to think that like my first child's father, I was like, you know, I used to think he was bitter and mad because he'd be the type that I'd be like, hey, you want to watch your kid ask that nigga to watch the kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't even be a nigga. I'd be going out with my friends and it'd be like, ask that nigga to watch the kid. You know, but I will say, like, over the years, he wasn't bitter. He was just one of those, didn't want me to move on with my life while he was out in the streets playing. You know, and it was like the minute that I did that, I'm not a good mother. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing right by your child. And, you know, I'm not talking to town with everybody because I'm not falling in line like you want. When I tell y'all, in that 2 rounds, I'm like, right, but I take that craziness over the craziness that I deal with now, because the craziness what I deal with now is very meticulous. It has gone out of just being about my child into a whole, like, I'm gonna win. It's more of a victory for
a game.
It's a game. It's a game. And it's more of a, I'm a beat you at it and I'm a win. But then at the same time, I'm all about somebody telling their truth. Just tell the truth. Like, don't speak on me and lie. Don't speak on me and then, you know, you out here, you know, you out here talking to other people, you know what I'm saying, about our situation, but you're not being truthful about it. And I used to be the type that, you know, because when somebody land on you, and especially when they question like your motherhood mixed into that, you want to defend yourself so bad. Because one thing can't nobody ever take away me and say I'm a bad mother. I'm not. And you want to defend yourself so bad. But what I had to learn is you have to let people be who they are. And the people that's sitting around entertaining themselves without hearing both sides of the story are people that don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They want the drama. True Star said, how you babysit your own child? Shaking my head, niggas crazy. My thing is, and you're right, Ebony, when it comes to, I learned you can't respond. And when you don't respond, some people that want the drama feel like, oh, she must be because she ain't said nothing. No, I'm not finna give y'all a fucking show because I know what I do for my children. So at the end of the day, you can say what the fuck you want to do. But like I said, mama's baby's daddy's maybe. We have the kids, 90% of the fucking time?
Yeah.
What are they? Weekend dads?
I got one barely. I'm
You know
still
what I'm
waiting on fucking school clothes, money, and shit. Like, that shit is in September.
We in the second semester.
All right. School might be over, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, this nigga.
Mass has gone to another level of the pettiness where I never thought I'd get to the point where, like, I send my child with clothes that properly fit them, and they coming back with floods and stuff. And it's like, you that petty that you don't want to touch the clothes that I packed that can accurately fit my child. So
that's
you send back
floods. I used to pack clothes, but I stopped doing that. I feel as though I'm the only, my baby daddy on child support, none of that. It should be no problem when I ask you for shit. But since it is, I'm not packing shit for him to be over there. You've been a parent. My son is 12. You've been a parent 12 fucking years. He should have his own shit over there. I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
Nope.
Yeah,
it's natural for me to pack my kid's stuff because he's smaller. But I also feel like, don't get me wrong, he has stuff at his house out of spite. You putting him on small clothes, you know. But I had to learn too, like, that's one of the main things that happens when a person think you into it with them. Because I ain't into it with nobody. Let me just say that I'm not into it with nobody. I don't.
They got their own beef going on. They got their own beef going on.
Like my brother said it best. Like, people, I am literally in a drama movie. And I'm late to the set every time because no idea what be going on. Like, I'd be like, huh? And then what's crazy? When I get talked about, like, on social media, I don't know about it until somebody literally sends me the information. And then when they send me the information, I literally have to go back on my social media and be like, did I say something this day? Like, for them to wake up.
So triggered.
I've been said nothing. And I'm getting talked about. And that's, you know, over time I had to learn that, you know, people really will try to break you down and not expect you to move on. And if it's a child involved, it gets even worse because the men feel like she got my kid, so she ain't got no right to move on. And if she do, she a hoe. And it's like, no, I have a right to move on. I could still be a good mother, and I moved on. I could still, you know what I'm saying, be cool with you on a co-parenting level and still have a life that I can enjoy. You know, without me getting called out my name, without you trying to diminish who I am as a mother.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, you know, the other party don't want to deal with it. And I'm not going to say it's only men, because women do it too. But I am literally starting to see men do it. Like, for instance, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
Ooh, girl.
I wish I could talk to her and be like, girl, that's a Chicago
She don't even want to sign the paper saying that she's single. But both of y'all dating other people. I don't understand it. Like,
that goes to show you a man that feels like he still has some type of control over you because you pushed out his children.
And you bought a house across the street, my nigga. Like, no.
But see, I talked to some people about some men about that, and they going with Kanye West when he say, oh, I didn't buy the house across the street from for her to check on her. I needed to be with my kids every day. I need to see my kids every day.
Would they have done it? They not gonna try to move in the same township.
Like, nigga, move up the block or something across the street,
so I can drop that motherfucker off. Shit.
Tell y'all something. I put a for sale sign in my yard so fast. You can have the block. I don't want it. I don't want it. Get out of here. Because at what point do it really be about the children? You know
right. Let me go to the comments, y'all. Truth, I say more likely 99% of the time with the mother, 99% of the time with the mothers is 365 days of the year. Most kids only with their dads on Friday nights and come back Sunday morning. That's 2 days a week. The math don't add up. Josh, you have that problem.
Yeah.
I remember we was with Josh a couple times. She can't even be Sunday. Sometimes we have a girls' day, and he'll be calling. I'm finna drop him off. I'm like, where you gonna drop him off to?
Do that when you didn't pick him up till 6 Friday night, nigga. It's 1 in the afternoon. We having mimosas. Fuck you mean? No, keep that same energy and drop him off at 6. The fuck?
It's okay. I used to let Mans pick the time that he wanted to drop my kid off. I would give a frame. He would pick the earliest time possible.
They do. And that's what men don't understand when it comes to mothers. And it's just like, we need a break sometimes too. And because you're mad at us because we left you, or we're moving on, or you assume that a nigga around, you trying to keep the child with me to keep me from doing whatever the fuck you think I'm doing.
And we don't be doing, and I swear, like,
don't be doing shit.
Don't be doing nothing. And I remember too, like, it only take one time for you to make me feel like I'm a charity case when I ask you to do something for the child we created.
You shouldn't have to feel that way. That is your child.
You shouldn't. But the thing is that mama's baby, daddy's maybe thing kicks in. I remember one time I wanted to go to dinner with my college friends. So I asked my kid's father, like, hey, can you watch your child for me? This individual said, because for court reasons, I can't talk too much.
Right.
This individual said, ask that nigga to get a babysitter for the baby, or take the baby with you. Now, when he said it, straight face, no chaser, no laugh, no nothing. But when I said I, like, cool, like, you know what I'm saying? And I let it roll off my back, because at this point, like, that whole, like, me flirting with you or feeling like that jealousy is cute, it's not, you know. So later that day, I had got like a text message like, if you want me to watch my kid, I will. It ain't no problem. You can drop. No, and I had to jump through loops and hoops to find somebody else to watch my child. No, I don't want you to watch them no more.
Yep.
Because what's the point? What's the point of asking you if I got to tussle with you to do it. And the thing is, we don't get that choice. We don't get that choice to tussle with somebody to watch their kid. Now, back in my day when I was younger, I used to drop my kid off and pull off. Cause who you ain't?
Oh, reminds me of when I used to do it to Fat Baby. I used to put him in the car seat, and his daddy house stayed full with people, so I knew that somebody was always gonna be at home.
Yep.
Girl, I put that little fat motherfucker in that car seat, put the car seat in front of the fucking door, and rang the doorbell and got in my car. And soon as somebody opened that door, I pulled the fuck off.
Like,
Baby,
you call the police and say,
right.
Hey, my baby mama left my baby with me.
Look, his mama will call him like, this crazy ass girl now dropped this baby off over here. And then he'll come calling, you dropped my son off. Woo. It's your turn. It's your turn.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Shit. That's why I got my tube size. I said I wasn't getting no man, no another baby.
That's why I only got one. I refuse to go through this shit an additional 18 years. I got 6 more left. It has been the longest jail sentence for 20 minutes of my life.
Okay. You know what though? I'm gonna be honest, like, my daughter's father, I ain't gonna even say like he ain't bitter, he ain't mad. I just don't like some of his ways right now. But I don't let it bother me. I don't associate myself with him, because when his daughter called, he coming. There is no question anymore. But I also stepped out of their relationship. My daughter,
she owned it up.
She got a cell phone. If she wants something, the same way she be around this motherfucker begging me, she can now beg you. So we don't have to talk. But one thing I won't do, like if grades come out or something like that, I'm sending them to him. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that I feel that our child is doing that I need his input to help me on, I will reach out to him. But other than that, we don't have to be so on top of each other like we once was when she wasn't able to comprehend and communicate. Now she can. And the crazy part is, I think a lot of dudes are like that now. When they get to that age when their kids are old enough to call and ask for what they want, especially if the relationship with the child's mother is not good, they love that because they don't even have to deal with the mother anymore. For me and my daughter's father, it's not even a bad relationship. I'm just choosing to be, I always tell we're going to be dope co-parents. And in order for me to do that, I have to be, stern and keep up with me not communicating with him on too many levels. Your daughter old enough, you can talk to her. I don't need to be in the mix, because I also don't want him to feel like I'm trying to control the narrative of everything with them. I back off when I need to back off. Now, my other situation.
Let me go to the comments before they start piling up, because this is gonna be on the radio. I have to get the comments out here.
Is it?
Yes, this is Ebony. I've been doing this for 2 years, and you just not knowing this ain't on the radio.
Yeah.
Okay. Corbin Reese said, some men are grown men. When a man lacks responsibility, he chooses to be angry at a situation he can't control. So he becomes bitter towards the woman because he can no longer control the situation. So he tends to drag the woman to make up for what he lacks, which is responsibility.
Come on, Pastor Reese. Come on, Pastor. If I could talk about my situation, that's exactly what I'm going through. That's exactly when the control left. When I remember the day that I think that person realized they no longer had control.
It was over.
When I tell you, like, the switch went off, I got accused of, like, you switching up, you changing, you acting different. Then after that, oh man, I was every name in the book. And for no reason.
But the child of God. You was every dirty bitch.
The child of God. And
first of all,
it took a lot of me trying to understand where it was coming from, and it just as everybody said it, it all came back full circle. They was like, that person lost control. They lost
And I
control of
just
you.
don't get the fact the first thing they call you is a hoe. Like if I
And then
wasn't a
I got
hoe
called
with
bitter.
you,
I got called a bitter bitch.
I got called a hoe, bitter. I got called it all.
Yeah.
Josh, what you get called?
Everything under the sun. Everything but Josh.
Yeah.
Nobody gonna ever love you like I love you. Good, bitch.
You ain't gonna. I was
Me
told
too.
you ain't gonna.
What the fuck
You
talking
ain't gonna
about?
find a man with 3 kids.
The
He's
fuck?
like, you lucky you found me with 2.
It's so many stepdaddies out here. I get dudes texting my phone, don't even care about me. They're like, how the kids doing? Oh, they're great. Thank you.
Okay, let me go to True Star comment. Shit, if a nigga move across the street, I'm turning it to Lorraine. What love's got to do with it? Oh, so you want to play daddy, huh? Drop the
Okay.
motherfucking kids out so quick. Let me be the deadbeat mama real quick. I'll be that. You know, I was called a deadbeat mama because when I left my domestic violence situation, I left my children, but I left them because I didn't want to uproot them. And so I didn't want to damage what was going on in their lives with the schooling and everything. And so I packed my clothes and stuff up. And then once I got to my destination, I asked them, I was like, do y'all want to come with me or do y'all want to stay in school there? And they chose to stay in school there, which I was fine with that because one thing about him, he took care of my oldest 2 like they was his. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take that from him. But my mom and my sisters and them wasn't far. You know, so if help was needed, but I still financially took care of them because he made that nigga wasn't paying for shit. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Do
and
you feel like he took care of them because in a way he knew that was the way he could still hold on to you?
yeah, it was a way that because I kept coming back, because I had to come check on them. I had to do school stuff. I still had to discipline. I still did everything a mother had to do, even, things that a mama had to do for her children, even though I wasn't physically there every day. But they was teenagers at that time.
Right.
I didn't leave them when they were small. They were teenagers. So it was just like, I need to get out of this situation because I'm no good for my children.
Yeah.
And fucking around with you, I might end up fucking dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? By killing you.
Toxic is toxic. And I don't think that people understand. It's like, in the heat of the moment, like when you arguing with somebody or something, you don't think about the kids, but it literally turns into something that kids remember and recognize to this day. Like my daughter brings up certain situations that I didn't even think she paid attention to, from dealing with somebody. So it does play a part. And when you break free from somebody, it's almost like some guys, and women too, but guys, majority, really think they have such a huge control over you that they don't think that you're capable of breaking free from them. And when you do finally break free from them, it's like where she found the backbone at? Like what?
Yeah, because you were so used to taking them back after everything. They think, oh, she ain't going nowhere. They got comfortable.
Yeah.
She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. And then you get to that point of, boy, fuck you.
I'm out. Look.
The crazy part is everybody that I've ever left, like with regards to like my children, I don't have an exit speech. I don't be mad. I leave on a good note because I always feel like when you leave on bad notes, you leave the door open to a person thinking that they can rectify the situation.
Want closure.
I don't want that.
I say don't leave closure. You don't need closure. Because my last resort, remember, Ebony, I had went to jail. You and mama had came out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had went to jail because he pressed charges. I did fuck him up. You know, I fucked him in that house up. I ain't even finna lie.
You
You
did.
know?
You showing your age.
So, you know, I went to jail. So I was like, yeah, this is bad. Let me go to Karina's comment. Karina said that was called the Lorraine from What's Love Got to Do with It. Oh, she was responding to the True Star comment. Josh, what I wanted to talk about with you, the issues, let's talk about your issues with your bitterness.
He's stupid. I can't. It's impossible to co-parent with a fucking idiot, a kid, basically. Like, no, it's terrible. I tried, you know, and I'm glad my son, like she said, he at the age where he can talk to him himself. I refuse to deal with that shit. I can't.
I
My
know, but
patience
he gets you so mad sometimes. Like,
he gets me very, very mad. The shit he pulled in Houston when we went, like, nigga, you knew that was some bullshit. Like, when I left for Houston, I told him exactly what was happening because our flights and stuff. I think he was just coming in. He couldn't pick him up. He told me 12 o'clock. I'm like, okay, cool. He's still going to be in school. Then he changed it to, I think he said when he get out. Okay, cool. Fine, whatever. Just go pick him up from school. I'm in Houston at this point. I called my son, like, yeah, what's up? My dad ain't came and got me yet. I pick up that phone and I fucking hollered. Scream. And like, that's just some irresponsible ass shit. And it's like, thank God he got a mama who do for him. Because this nigga, he fucking pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that shit made me so mad. And I got drunk. Real drunk that day.
And that's it. And sometimes as women, some things like Ebony, like Ebony don't get as mad. I think my daughter Tati reminds me of her. Like they don't get mad, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff, and some of us we get like I go from 100. I had to cut him completely off on everything, like all social media platforms. Nigga tried to text me on Cash App. But he didn't send the dollar. He didn't send the dollar. He requested the dollar.
He requested the dollar
with a message. You heard me? So I had to block him on Cash App. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like,
I get mad. I just, this is how I feel. I'm a Scorpio. I like revenge. I will sit in my head
and plot,
and I will plot for years until I get that revenge. And then my whole thing too is I'm prideful too. So if I know that there's a person wants to see me break, I'm gonna go out of my way not to break. I have to sleep on things too. Like I've been so mad to the point where I wanted to do some really, really Cook County jail worth thing. But
you've been there.
I've been there before, see, because I changed a lot, okay? I let a man get the best of me and I went to jail. But nonetheless, I tell myself this time, like, I could be mad all day long, but I literally have to go to sleep and I wake up and I be like, okay, it's a new day. Like, it's a new day. It is what it is. That person gonna be who they is. And I ain't gonna lie. For a lot of the stuff that I go through now with regards to my child and the bitterness that I deal with, and I've realized that this person is hurt. And when I realized that, I started praying for them. And I'm not no spiritual person, but I was at the point where I don't know what else to do. So I pray for them and I ask God to help them forgive me for whatever they feel that I've done to them, to make them feel like I am an awful person, or, you know what I'm saying, I'm a mad person. I just heal them how you healed me. And if God can't help them,
bust them in their shit. That's the next option.
Look. Yeah. Look. Because sometimes they will take you there. True Star said, but he wanted the Father of the Year award. She talked about my situation. Hell yeah.
Yeah, y'all.
That bitch don't do shit. She don't do a much. He used to go over my mama house and complain.
Like, first of all, one thing about our family is we don't fold for nobody. Yeah. Damn. You wasted your time, baby, talking to us. We don't care. We'll pin you to death.
Mr. Reese,
Like,
Mr.
yeah,
Reese,
that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Get this shit on.
Mr. Reese said the young lady was talking about control. I'm late, but I think some men use the word submit wrong. They assume submit means control when submit truly comes from the heart. Most men assume they have to force a woman to submit, and I think that's where the control factor comes into play. And I may be wrong.
He's not wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why. He's not wrong. So one of the things that I get accused of now in the rage that this person has against me is I get accused of being broke all the time. Broke, you broke, you broke, you broke, you broke, you broke, you broke.
How many businesses you have?
3. But
Okay.
I want to quit.
You know, but let me tell you something about me. When I started feeling like I couldn't depend on the people that I had my children with, and not necessarily that, but when I felt like I don't want to be put in compromising situations just to get you to do what you're supposed to do as a parent, I was like, I got talents. Let me put some a dollar value on it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got into my businesses. It wasn't like I just woke up and was like, man, I need some money. It was like I have a passion for the stuff I do and people want to pay me. So hey, why not? But I get called broke. And part of the way that this person will quote unquote think that he will get women to submit was because he got money. So he'll feel like if I'm cashing you out, you do as I say. But I was the one person when he used to always, don't get me wrong. Yes, I got money. Yes, I got gifts. Yes, I got dinners and I got all that. But when it came down to like the child bearing of it, I got accused of, I know I can't tell you nothing because you got your own money. I know I can't say this. I know I can't say that. Can't nobody tell you shit. And it was like, where is that even coming from? For you to feel like that's your only way to have control over me in some type of way or to get me to submit. Money does not make a woman submit. You leading as a man makes me submit.
Some do. That's why these bitches in the situations they is now.
You
Too
know,
bad I'm the type of bitch that can't be controlled.
Who you telling? Who you telling?
Nigga, I'm finna do your ass in.
One of my favorite things.
The fuck.
One of my favorite things is like, I'm not checkable. You can talk to me, but you're not gonna check me.
Who gonna check me, boo?
I listen to any guy that I feel like is worth having sense, because it's a lot of men, like whoever this
it's a lot of men that's worth leading you, but it's a lot of men that ain't worth leaving a damn dog to the damn street
down the alley to get knocked over your head. It's a lot of men out there, and
hey Ronald,
like I said, I don't have an issue with. I just don't like when, you know, when you start to when you share a child with somebody. It is amazing how when you think you're on a good path of like, okay, we got this kid together. No, we're not together anymore. Cool, that's fine. Like I said, I dealt with my heartbreak in my house. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't let nobody see me cry, weep, none of that, because it was just like, what the fuck? They ain't nothing can be done. The damage is done. So you heal and you move forward. But when I healed, it was like, what's up? You hit again? Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was alarming because
they hate how nonchalant you are.
Yes, and some men want you to hurt forever over them. And that's not fair, because we can't expect a man to hurt for us forever, even if we have a kid. Women now.
Girl, a man will leave and have a bitch the next day in his fucking bed. Let's not.
You know,
you cry. The fuck.
Let me tell you,
you are a psychopath. Like, I understand them.
No lie, right now, my daughter's father told her that he has 19 girlfriends. Now, is that exaggerated? Hell yeah. However, every time he comes to pick my daughter up, it's a new female bringing him or dropping my daughter off or whatever the case may be. Do I get mad? No, because I'm over him. I'm over that whole. I feel bad for the women that don't know what they're getting into with him. I feel bad knowing that we have a daughter, and this is the example that you're setting for her. And so I have to kind of turn that switch up. Like, hey, let me tell you something. When you get older, this ain't the way it's supposed to.
Don't ever let nobody do this to you.
You know what I'm saying? You is not the fucking yellow starburst. Like, don't ever let nobody do that to you. And so it's more so like I don't even get mad at that because he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
my baby daddy, I never met the girlfriend he got after me. Never met her, didn't want to meet her, didn't care to meet her. We don't have any issues. We didn't have no conversations. This nigga sent pictures to my phone of this bitch talking about my bitch bad, ain't she? She
and
boy
like looking like a fucking werewolf. Don't you? Let me tell you something. One thing you don't do, I know I'm pretty. Don't you ever put no bitch up against me and ask my opinion of her. Bitch,
but he did that shit. Me and this girl never came face to face. She never seen me in person. I never seen. I didn't care to because of the fact I'm over him. You took my problem away from me, but technically she didn't because she was still texting and calling and baby mama, baby, and it was just like, damn. I can't even get a bitch to take you off my hands. Like,
let me tell you, but also too, here's another thing too. Like what I noticed is that I hate the fact that when you have kids with somebody, first of all, hey Ryan, I hate the fact that when you have gotten past that stage of, okay, me and you ain't never getting back together no more, but you cool with me or whatever. Men turn bitter too when they still think that they can get the relationship type of what is it? The relationship benefits out of you as when y'all was once together. Now that y'all not together no more. That's what I'm going through now with my daughter's father. Like, me and you're not together. We not getting back together. You cool. You my homie. I love the fact that he's one person that, say if my daughter had a chorus recital tomorrow, and I could call him up like, yo, our daughter got this tomorrow. Come on through. He come through. I can stand shoulder to shoulder with him. He and ha. I can even take a picture, okay, and be teasing. But what makes me mad is that you're so quick to throw up other females, that you got other females and all that stuff like that. But when real life problems are starting to hit you, you calling on me, and you using the excuse because we have a child together. I don't give a shit. Because at the end of the day, I'm not using her as an excuse for why I need to get out here and hustle the way I do, and if I need stuff. So I get taken advantage of. That's one of the things that, and now I'm pretty sure he pissed off at me because I say no without hesitation because it's not about our kid anymore. Right. You're asking me.
Hey, cousin Darnell.
Why are you saying?
But
his
name? He put it up there. Yeah, he just saying he snapped. Josh, when it comes to your baby daddy, when y'all first broke up, was it hard for you to walk away from it, or was it worse with him being bitter then than versus now?
It has gotten better as far as the bitterness. Like now, besides the Houston shit, we was doing good. But like before, I wasn't sad that we broke up. Like the shit was horrible while we was together. You remember that? I used to stay at the bar till like they turning on lights and still would find shit to go. I hated going home. I was that fucking miserable there. Miserable as fuck. Hated it.
What was your last straw?
I was so glad that I finally did leave. Like, and now I think about it, I should have did it sooner because that was just time wasted.
What was your last straw?
He pulled a gun out on me. Like,
oh, bitch, yeah, it was time for you to go.
And granted, I was on some bullshit. I ain't come home till like 5:30 in the morning. I knew I was on some fuck shit. So, I'm sneaking in the house, like in the movies what the parents do where you come in and they flick on the light and shit. All I seen was him and a Glock. I said, oh, hell no. Like, we gonna kill each other. Like, there is no need for us to be around no more. That
Yeah.
shit, nigga, I can't even sleep around you pulling out guns and shit on me. You just lost your fucking mind. Girl,
Yup.
piss me off.
Girl,
That was in my
oh,
image
hey.
too. You 22, I got to go. You ain't got to tell me twice.
That's
Next time I
why.
come in earlier. God damn.
That's why I said when I did the news thing about the boy in Milwaukee,
That's sad.
and then my thing was because my life was threatened. You know what I'm saying? You only got to tell me you're going to kill me once. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I catch you, I'm going to kill you. So my kids knew, like, when they came to my house, he couldn't come there. Don't tell him where I'm at. Don't give him my phone number. None of that shit. Because, goddamn it, shit.
He was crazy, though. I knew he was crazy when you caught him putting sugar in your tank and he didn't stop. He kept it. I was like, he kept going. I think he would drop the sugar bag and run. This nigga was still like, yeah, bitch.
I got you.
Drop a new gas.
I remember that day like it was yesterday. It was Halloween. And I'm at my friend Brittany's house. And we sitting there drinking. I was like, the grown people, after the kids at my mama's house, we had this tradition where after the kids trick or treat, the grown folks go out at night and trick or treat, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, Brittany, let's go to my mama's house. We all finna go trick or treat. She's like, okay, cool. So we walking out. I say, we can take my car. It was dark. Bitch, we get to the car. This nigga swooped down with the sugar. and I said, like, and he look up, and you know that look he give you, like, I didn't look up, and I was like, I know the fuck you put sugar in my fucking tank.
Having nowhere tonight.
And man, I was living in Milwaukee at that time. So I guess he was trying to keep me from going back to Milwaukee. So he decided to fuck my car. Now, before that, I had came down for my daughter's birthday the weekend before, and I couldn't start my car up. I had stayed at the house that me and him had shared with the kids, and I couldn't start my car up. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I took it to the shop.
He put Snickers in it that day.
Girl, the man said half of my gas was water. So I didn't think nothing of it. Like, I was like, I went to one of these bogus ass gas stations in Milwaukee, and it probably, the gas was mixed with water. He showed me, he's like, the top of it was water, the gas was sitting on the bottom or whatever. So I was like, okay. So he was like, we didn't have to do nothing but cleanse your fuel thing or whatever and get that up out of there. So I was like, cool. But now when I seen him put that sugar in my tank, I knew he put water in my tank the week before.
I don't want nobody to love me that much. I don't want nobody to love me that much to where they feel like they gotta harm anything that helps me provide for my children. I don't want nobody to feel like they want to hurt me to make sure that I don't be with nobody else. Like, I was in a domestic violence situation.
Hey, Antoine.
That story about the Milwaukee girl hit home because I feel like right now the only thing that's protecting me is an order of protection. That's it in custody. I feel like that is the only thing, because the rage that was in this that this person had when they were assaulting me was something that I've never seen before. And it was like, I don't want nobody to like me that much. Right.
And that's what you be thinking. You don't want nobody to love you that much. And I don't even think it's love. I just think it's of a point of,
it's possessiveness.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't think love shouldn't hurt. Love shouldn't be like that. And it's just like, why are y'all so fucked up like that. Like, why you just can't let go?
A lot of it has to do with a person knowing that they didn't treat you the best that they could when they had you. So when you finally tired and you walk away from it, and I'm just speaking in general now. When you tired and you ready to walk away from it, it's like a almost like a slap in the face to them. Like, but I'm ready. Either they at the breaking point where they ready to be right, but it's too late for you, or again, they didn't think that you had enough backbone and willpower to walk away. And so the last thing they can hold on to is the fact that y'all share a child together and start to use that child as a pawn to get to you. Because what mother ain't crazy about their kids? You know what I mean? To the point where, like, the minute that somebody starts trying to jeopardize the relationship that you have with your child, you know, that's the time where I feel like I nut up on somebody. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't have any other route to get to you, they will use a child. And I've seen men do this several times to women. Like, okay, well, fuck you, bitch. Well, bring my kids to me. Or even do it in the way of, I'm not gonna be a part of my kid's life. That'll hurt a mother too. Because you gotta watch your kids hurt. You know, and our main goal is to protect our children. So it's like, you know, that saying is so true. Like, we literally have to be careful who we have children by. And sometimes, like for me, I felt like I had a wolf in sheep's clothing. It was not until I had my child that this person changed. Like literally, the day before I went into labor, I was told to go die. And that shocked me so bad because that person never talked to me like that. And so it was like, damn, like I wish I would have known this beforehand so I could start gradually backing myself away from you. But sometimes you just don't know how people are. Sometimes it takes a child being in the mix to bring out the true colors of somebody. Sometimes it takes for, you know, you to just get tired of somebody and be content with walking away.
Yeah.
I was content walking away. I knew that, yeah, I'm a hurt now, but life about to be so much better.
I need my fucking sanity.
Yes. Everybody
Peace.
deserves sanity. I don't think dudes should be with a cuckoo person, and I don't think any female should be with a cuckoo person. Everybody deserves to have a peace of mind. Nobody deserves to come home to arguing, snooping, you know, somebody taking your child in and out your life. Nobody deserves that.
And it's crazy because I don't want this show to be us bashing men because they say my show bash men. Hold on, Walter. I know. That's why I said at first I thought it was the gas, you know. But until I seen him put sugar in my tank, now you can't even tell me that nigga ain't put no water in my tank, you know. But Antoine say some men treat their women as their property when his property ain't being the way they want it to be. Instantly ensues. Insanity ensues. And then Mr. Reese said, I was about to ask the same question. Is it love or is it mental or physical control? A lot of men feel like, I'm sorry.
You want me to feel?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was about to ask the same question. Is it love or is it mental and physical control? A lot of men feel like compromising makes them weak. And again, that goes back to control. Did y'all see the toxic signs before it got out of control? I didn't. I did.
I ain't even feel that to you. I seen that toxic ass shit, but my dumb ass thought, as most women, can change a person, and you just realize you can't change a motherfucker that's, you know what I'm saying. And then you gotta look at his family. All them motherfuckers cuckoo.
You know
what I'm saying? So that's the way he was fucking brought up. So yeah, I ain't no stopping my motherfucking tongue. I don't give a fuck who watching this motherfucker. The whole fucking family is fucking cuckoo. Okay, go ahead, Ebony.
I also said his didn't come up, but Antoine Dunlap said, some men treat their woman as their property when his property ain't being the way they want it to be. Insanity ensues. Let me tell you, I have a story for that too. So, again, like I say, I make my own money. I ain't out here balling out of control. Let me just say that. I make enough money that if I want to eat out at a restaurant every day, God damn it, I can. So, I remember it was after me and him like totally like separated, he bought a really expensive gift for the person that he's with now. He made sure to call me and brag about it and told me that if I was to act right, I could get it too. And I said, well, I guess I just ain't gonna get it because you can't control somebody with materialistic stuff. You can't say, I'm not this person that it's like, you want a lollipop if you be good. I don't give a fuck about that type of stuff. But that's what I will go through. I will go through that whole like, hey, you want this? You look, you want this? You want this? You better act right, or you ain't gonna get it. I was like, well, fuck it there. I'm just not gonna get it. And that was part of the control too. And the crazy part is for them to feel as though that was the way to get women, keep a woman, control a woman. It was like, you know that on a good day, you can't pull nobody then without the stuff that you have. And that's really what it was. Like when that person felt that they couldn't control me no more and that I didn't give a damn about nothing, it was, like I said, everything changed. Everything was just gone mad. And I was left feeling confused for a little bit because it was just like, you know how most men always say like, man, I don't want my baby mama to be crazy. Like you know, when they done with you, they want you to get the hell on and leave them alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did that, it was like, oh no, we want everybody, not you. You stay here. You stay here and you be crazy over me. And I couldn't see myself. I didn't feel like they was worth it enough to be crazy about. Nobody is worth your sanity. I don't care what the cause may be. Nobody worth your sanity. Nobody worth you losing control. Nobody worth, you know, and when your mental is affected by somebody, it does rub off on how you parent. And I really believe that. I have to be the best mother I can for my children.
Yep.
I can't sit around and be mad at you and depressed and hurt and upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a Scorpio. In my head, I'm plotting revenge every day, all day. But it's not consuming me to the point where I can't. I got a whole list of people I'm plotting revenge on. I need to pray about it and let it go. But a list. I don't let go of nothing. Like,
let me go to the comments, Ebony. Okay, Darnell said clowns do that. They used to begging bitches. They used to begging bitches and hoes needing them. You right. You sure right. Reese said it reminds me of the fishing commercial when the old man had the fishing rod and the lady was trying to grab the dollar. LOL.
That's exactly what it was, Reese.
Darnell said clowns do that. They used to. Okay, I read that. And also, Antoine said it also depends on how he was raised as a child. Didn't he see his father act the same way towards? Yes. Yep.
You know what? I can't.
Yep.
I can't even say that. Because
my end, yes.
Yeah. Now your situation, yes. My situation, because I would talk to the dad and because I would talk to him, they told me two different stories. Of course, the dad said he was very active in his kid's life. The son say, no, he wasn't. He wasn't around like he was supposed to be. He was at the house every day, but he was out in he was
working probably.
Exactly. But again, I just feel like this is a person that grew up. He don't necessarily, how he make his money ain't legit. So it's like he think he better than people. And it's the ego and pride as more so a way he was raised. It's this image that he wants to keep up with because without it, he has nothing. And I'm just one of them females that I don't give a shit. Unless you putting me as an authorized user on your credit card. unless we got a joint account where I have access to every last single fund down to the change. I will never be a female that folds for what you have.
Exactly.
I can't depend on that. But you have some men out here who they feel like money makes them. They feel like, whatever childhood they felt like they lacked in, that they have to be different, but it turns them cold in the process. And I think that was his situation. Like, he didn't necessarily agree with his childhood, although compared to a lot of people, given where he's from, his environment, he had a lot to be thankful for and blessed for, but he grew up feeling like he wanted more. And
Josh, I want to ask Josh, because I know about your upbringing. Our fathers wasn't in the home.
Right.
Josh, with your upbringing, was your mom and dad together?
They weren't together. He was in jail when I was younger.
What about the baby daddies?
Yeah, he come from a 2-parent household. His parents are still married. And I don't understand why this nigga acts the way your parents didn't raise you like that. They didn't.
I used to get apologies from the parents.
Me,
like that.
Like with my oldest kids, I don't have a problem with their dad. You know what I'm saying? I left him because he actually put his hands on me one time, and I ended up leaving him. Yeah, Anthony hit. That's why I ended up coming to Anthony hit me, and him and Jay got into a fight.
Oh damn!
Yeah, he swole my. Yeah, he swole my eye up. He apologized like years later because that's the first time and the last time because I was out of there. But that was the first time he ever did it. But he was from a 2-parent household, and my second baby daddy, he was basically from a 2-parent household, but they uphold him in everything he did because he was the only boy of 6 girls. Because they do it to my son. You know what I'm saying? They coddle them. You know what I'm saying? And my son is the only grandchild. It's his only son. So he's not their only grandchild, but it's his only son. His only child. So, they coddle him too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the upholding of it all from the parents. Did Josh, did your baby daddy parents uphold what he did?
His mama agreed with me mostly because he'll do some crazy off the wall shit. And I'll be telling her, like, hey, this is what he's doing. And this is why I don't agree with that. And like, for the most part, she cool. She agreed with it. She was like, well, I'll try to talk to him.
Man, the daddy would acknowledge the flaws of his child, but the mama, okay.
No, she's cool. I like her.
The mothers are more to the son because that was kind of how the second baby did. Like,
and that's why she flopped too.
And that's why I say, if somebody passed in that family, anybody funeral I would go to was his daddy's, because simple fact is he'll come to me and be like, Kiana, he always, came and talked to me. I don't know if he was a man looking at me as a woman or something, or I don't know why, but he was more of a soother when it came to his son, but he knew he couldn't control the situation where the mom was like, oh, she did, type shit, type shit.
Yep.
But it's like the parent plays a role, you know what I'm saying, a small role. Now, when the kids get grown, you can be like, I didn't raise my son. Like, I don't raise my son to hit women. I don't raise my children to disrespect women. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what they do on their own, I'm not going to uphold it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say, if he hit that girl and she called me, I'm not going to say, well, what she do? I'm going to be like, right, you shouldn't have put your hands on her. You know what I'm saying?
You first, call your cousin, call your sister, something.
Exactly. Something, call your aunties or something. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Because at the end of the day, I have to ask my daughter because she's seen a lot. of me going through what I was going through. You know what I'm saying? So I had to ask her in her relationship. She's my only daughter, and I had to ask her, like, how's your relationship? Do y'all fight a lot? You know, I want you to know that's not okay. You know, because we fought constantly. You
Yeah,
know.
it was shocking when you had a good day.
They get along for a good 30 minutes before they back at you.
Man.
And so it was bad. It was horrible, you know, and it was just like, you know, you have to ask your kids, you know, how do you feel? Because you got to understand the things you do around your children, like y'all said earlier, they remember that stuff and they be thinking it's okay because that's what they lived through, you know. And a lot of men feel like, oh, I didn't have money when I was younger, you know, because if your parents didn't sell drugs, you didn't have money. You know what I'm saying? Like the other kids or something. So they come back and they feel like because they doing out here in the streets doing them, oh, they got money. This is what's gonna keep a woman. No, it keep a small-minded woman. You know what I'm saying? A woman like me in my relationship, I had to work. I had to work because most of the time this nigga didn't keep a job. You know what I'm saying? He didn't pay the bills. I did. That nigga, when it was time to pay some bills, that nigga ran to his mama house, was like, I don't live here.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they let him in and let him stay in that motherfucker. While I was over here with these motherfucking kids trying to keep a roof over their head. You know what I'm saying? That it be shit like that. So yeah, it be the calling and the upbringing of the kids. Reese said I would have to disagree with and witness my mother get. I witnessed my mother get abused, and it showed me how not to treat a woman. I'm not a saint, but I would and could never treat my wife like a thing. Things are those we discard and throw away, and when we no longer have use. Even my baby's mother, I respect them for who they are, women. And I never talked down on my kid's mother, never. Even when I was asked to sign over my rights, I couldn't.
All right,
you a good
Mr.
man.
Reese. All right, Mr. Reese.
So, and it's few men out here that are not like that. And I'm not saying all men are like this. I'm saying, and I know my friend Taji, I mean, you don't like him too much, but I know my friend
Be all
Taji.
right. Look.
He's gonna say, well, y'all raising the men that y'all complaining about. You know what I'm saying? That's his favorite saying,
How
you
you figure
know,
that?
because he say mothers, we're single mothers, you know, talking about we don't need a man for
I ain't never
nothing.
said that.
And he feel like
I don't, but it's nice to have. It doesn't make or break me.
it is, and I'm not saying we don't
That
need a
doesn't
man. I'm
define
saying
me.
we don't need it to a point where it's too toxic for us. We can't sit in the toxic nigga. I'd rather be alone and raise my children to be in a toxic situation and raise them. You know
Well,
what I'm
here's the
saying?
thing. The dynamics of what is considered a happy home, a happy relationship, a stable, a good foundation and a stable home has been broken, and that's been broken years ago. So when us women say we don't need a man, at least in my opinion, because I get dudes trying to talk to me. But I can't just think about my happiness anymore and about the right now of dealing with this dude because, oh, he fine, he got money, we can go out, we can have a good time. I have to think about my children. How will my kids react to him? Would he be a good person around my kids? Will my son like him? Because that's my baby. You know,
Right.
will my daughter like him? Because she's been through other relationships with me and watch those go to shit. So when we're so quick to say people like Taj, whatever his name is so quick to say something like, you're raising a man that you are. Well, present a man that can come in and teach my son the difference of how a man is supposed to be. And here's the thing: you have so many black men want to quick to tear down a woman and tell her where she went wrong, but don't know that they're the common denominator of why we're in the situations we is. You got too many baby daddies. Who the fuck you think got me pregnant?
You think I wanted to have this? Like, you
know what I'm
nigga,
saying?
I planned our life together. The fuck?
You at home and you single. You think I won't? It be the woman that'll fight for a relationship even though she know the shit is broken and need to be over with.
It take a lot for a woman to leave. It do. It take a lot for a woman to leave.
And that's why it kills me when men are just ignorant to jump to that conclusion about what a woman's fault in the raising of a child is. We do the best we can. I worry myself. For years, I had a daughter. 11. It took 10 years. I had a daughter for 10 years before I had a son. In my life, I always thought, because her father was incarcerated for 7 years. He just came home.
Hey, Javaris.
So I always felt like, okay, cool. I got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got that. I'm a woman. I got that. Mm-hmm. When my son came along, it was like, holy shit.
It's hard raising boys.
I can't teach him the things that a man needs to teach him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was more so, I never had a problem with his father being present in his life as long as he wasn't disrespecting me. You can't disrespect me and then still come to my house. That don't work, you know. But I always felt like my son needs his father because it's going to be things that his father can teach him that I can't even touch on because I'm not a man. You know, luckily for me, though, I have brothers. His grandfathers is there. I have that. So it's not like I'm missing out. But to blame a woman for quote unquote, because what I'm getting from is he's saying that we taint our children. We're tainting our kids. To blame a woman solely for that, you have to literally think about where the men are not in households, how they're quick to walk away too when they have a family and walk away from their family to go pay stepdaddy to somebody else.
Hold on, Ebony.
We ain't paying attention to nothing Martell got to say.
Please skip over those comments.
Nunu said, hey, Nunu. Reese said you right, Ebony said again. And Martell said it ain't about you, Otis. Fame Clothing, yes, she is supporting that.
His daddy was gone too.
Right, he don't even know his daddy.
Get you a big wheel, nigga. Shut up. Still crying about that shit 30 years later.
Martell, I wasn't even gonna be that mean today.
Fuck Martell, shit. That motherfucker, I told that motherfucker today, I said, let me get up and call my hair. He said, you mean your wig? Like, bitch, get off my... I'm sorry, nigga. Get off my phone, shit. I would call that man the B word. Josh, with your son being raised by you mostly, okay, even though Ebony...
Because I'm a real nigga.
Because, you know, Ebony still get her stuff, her baby daddy still gets her son and stuff like that. Your baby daddy is what, a half weekend type of daddy.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he getting the things he need in a father figure in that little bit of time that he spend with him?
No, because he don't do nothing but take him by his mama house.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah, no. And thing is, like, I always give credit where credit is due. When my son is gone, I'm not doubting that my son is not getting that father figure there. I'm not getting that, you know what I'm saying? He's getting dropped off somewhere. I'm not getting that, you know, he's not getting, you know, he's not under his father, watching how his father, you know, maneuvers as a man. I never take that away and say that my son does not get that. It's just other shit that, here's the thing, like, in order to raise a child properly, everything needs to be a balance. You can't be a good person doing this But then on the other hand, showing your son that it's okay if I talk to a woman reckless. It's okay if I put my hands on a woman. It's okay if I call all type of bitches and hoes and try to control her with money. That's not a balance. You raised my son to be a man, maybe half of a man. And think
He
that
gonna raise him to be
have
bipolar doing that shit. Talk about I love you. He gonna raise him to be bipolar doing that shit. Talk about you love me. They call me all type of bitches after that. No, nigga.
Okay. So Martell said, "The hell with y'all." He turned out perfect.
Please.
Antoine said, "I'm not saying that a woman cannot raise a boy, but a father is supposed to be there whether you're together or not." Darnell said, "Y'all need to add men on here."
Did y'all always want to get on somebody's show?
Reese said, "Kids see everything and it's crazy. One day I walked in on my 10-year-old daughter telling her friend my daddy loves my mom so much they go on dates and he takes care of her all the time. And honestly, I went into the other room and cried. She touched my heart and I never knew she saw the good in what I did as a man. They say a woman can't raise a man and I don't believe that." Martell said, "Josh, terrible job, dude." Martell said, "Can y'all add me?"
No, if you still here, I'm logging out.
Yes. Reese said, "Yes, a big balance, and we mean honestly can't balance. Men honestly can't balance life as good as a woman can."
However,
Martell,
we resilient as fuck.
What I be saying with that though is like as far as like the whole balance to act though is whatever a man lacks, see, we as women, mothers, we're going to try to carry all that burden on our shoulders. But I'm honestly
even with the men, we carry their burdens too.
Right. But when it comes to raising a child, I would say like I'm grateful for whatever I get that's taken off my shoulders. I'm gonna give you a prime example. 2 weeks ago, both of my children were gone. Both of them. The oldest was gone with her daddy. The youngest was gone with his daddy. I literally relished in that moment of knowing that my kids ain't at my sister's house. My kids ain't at their grandma's house. They with their fathers. For me, it's been a long time since I've been able to have that, especially for my daughter with her father being gone. And I literally relished in that moment because it was so good to know that the other parent had responsibility of that child. And I was not worried. Like, thank you. I literally went, I got me some food. I laid out on my couch. I watched TV and I slept good that night. Because yes, we do a lot of things by ourselves, but I'm not that woman that want to do it by myself. And I ain't got to be with you. I literally want the equality of it. However, it'll never be that because I am the primary parent. So my kid is going to be with me. So like True Star was saying earlier, when you got your kid, 2 days out of the week, every other week, that'll never equivalent to me having my kid, 5 days out of the week?
What is that? That's only 8 days? Not even 8. If it's every other fucking week, that's 4 days out the month?
Yeah, so it's like, and I always say, like, I don't give a damn what nobody say. Kids get sick when they back with their mama. Like, why you ain't never sick when you with your daddy? Why you hurt yourself when you with your daddy? Why you got to fuck up with me?
I got to call in.
And I got to deal with all that. But I was so just in awe of having some real alone time without putting the burden of my kids on somebody else that wasn't their father, so that I can have a moment to myself.
And y'all have that. See, y'all had that with my oldest 2 kids. Y'all, Ebony, my siblings, or my mama, or Kelvin, them parents, they had my kids because they daddy was in Mississippi. I didn't get any financial help from him, and they grown. You know what I'm saying? But, I didn't have the time to take off to go to child support and do all that. That's a full-time job in itself, trying to get money out of a person that know that they have responsibilities anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I just always used to say when people like, you don't get no child support, you don't get no. When my kids gonna know at the end of the day when they get older who took care of them. That's it. That's all. They attached to their mom. I don't give a fuck what my youngest child father, he bashed me all the time, tried to bash me all the time to my kids. At the end of the day, they'll tell you, my mama do everything for me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make that happen. Regardless, as a mother, you have to make things happen. You pull shit out of your ass that you don't even have.
Miracles.
You know what I'm saying? When I say miracles, bitch, God make miracles happen when they need to fucking happen.
Out of one slice of bread. Do you
heard me? Like when a woman, y'all just don't understand. They be like, men go through so much. A woman as a mother, a provider, a home carer, and everything. And if you have a man, sometimes you have to take care of that situation too. It's a lot, especially some things we don't talk about. And y'all wonder how we figure it out. And then you want to argue with us when we ask you for a little bit of something. Can we get this? Can we do this or this and this? And nigga, do you know what I had to do to keep these fucking lights on? Do you know what I had to do to get them some fucking school clothes? Do you know what I had? Like, come on, like, we don't get the credit. We these bum, bitter ass, hoe ass, nothing ass bitches. But your child ain't never starved for shit. Your child always had clothes on their back, always had the best birthdays, always had everything they fucking needed. But we're the bad guys.
And don't get me wrong, like I say, it is some good fathers out there. It is some good fathers out there. I just feel like, unfortunately, the show is about the bitter baby daddies, and me and Josh has unfortunately
they outweigh.
And I know a lot of men that are great fathers that the mothers ain't shit.
Me too.
The mothers ain't worth a goddamn. I know. Martell says, I'm tired of not being added. I'm going to start my own podcast. Reset, a woman matures faster than a man prime. Example, Kiana, I remember you as a woman even when you was a teenager. Not sure how old you was back in Mississippi, but you was different from the other females. You acted so much mature. I had a different life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying my life was horrible. But as a teen, before I came to Mississippi, Abney, you can attest to this. Because y'all not seen some shit.
She was a gangbanger.
I grew up a little faster, but I was also the oldest of all my siblings. So all my siblings was with me all the time while our parents worked. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why Ebony and my sister Lisa was able to see some things that they weren't supposed to see. You know what I'm saying? Because
she was watching us one day and let me get hit by a car.
You lying.
I promise. I got hit by a drunk driver.
That was on my blog. I'll put on YouTube too. I'll put that in there.
You did?
Yeah, I do a blog about my gangbanging life and stuff. So yeah. But I did mature older. I was different because I had to help raise my siblings. Antoine's, I want to come on here and rep for some of the niggas. Look,
he said same niggas. He said same.
What?
They got some
I'm sorry, same niggas. Wait, I'm going to do a bitter baby mama show for y'all. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. I got you.
To that too, because I know some. I'm gonna give y'all another example. So
I got some brass knuckles. I give
real quick about bitter baby mama.
Knock her head off.
So me and given the situation with my son's father and stuff like that, visits are supervised where I drop him off at a family center and all that. There's this one lady there, and I had to tell her one day, like, girl, you got to let it go. The nitpicking that she does, it's like you making yourself mad and delirious and crazy. Like it's just not worth it. And I felt bad for the child because on one end, it's a bitter baby daddy versus a bitter baby mama, and both of them have not registered in their heads that they hurting the child at the end of the day. Because this child literally feels like they got to come home and tell their mom negative stuff about the dad, and got to go to the dad and tell the dad negative stuff about the mom, just to make both grown ass adults feel secure.
Mm-hmm.
That's the saddest shit you can do. But there is some bitter ass baby mamas out here. And you know,
and like you said, this show is called Bitter Baby Daddy. So y'all gonna have y'all chance. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all chance. So don't think that we just on here bashing. We just talking about experiences, because simple fact is we have been through these. So that's why I did the Bitter Baby Mamas first. Martell said sometimes you got to use what you got to get what you want. Shut up, Tello. You and Antoine, you know I got a bitter baby mama. Yes, I do, Twan. I know you got a bitter baby mama. You know you went a while without seeing your daughter, and that's why I say I have a lot of male friends. I have a few in down south. I have a few in Milwaukee. I have a few male friends that actually, if they don't have their child, they have their child, and if they not giving the mama anything, the mama will take the child. You know what I'm saying? And knowing her situation ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So we got y'all. We not finna Noonie, your brother on here. Noonie, we know too. So
yeah.
So at the end of the day, I gotta round up my guests for that. Once whoever willing to be guests for that show, and no, Martell, you are not a baby daddy, so no, it's not gonna be you. So, but Josh, what I wanted to ask was financially, you know, not financially, do your baby daddy basically, yeah, financially, if you ask him for something, because I'm in the part where I don't ask for nothing. When you ask him for something, do we get mad?
He don't get mad. He was like, I got you. Bitch, I'm still waiting on school clothes and school supplies. So there's your answer. I told you this earlier. Like,
I just feel like a lot of men feel like because some women take them to child support, they bitter. I just feel like some women do it out of bitterness because y'all not together. But I just feel like most of the time, oh, she take me to child support because she wants some money.
Now, let me say this. I just got talked about like a dog on social media, unbeknownst to me, because part of the stuff I'm going through with court, child support is just one of the boxes that we have to check off in order to come to a conclusion. Now, what's crazy is I'm getting talked about like a dog on social media, and I didn't file the petition. I got dragged to court. I didn't, and there was no me taking my kid away or anything. There was actually an agreement already in place. I'm getting taken to court right now. And when the judge asked about support, next thing I know, unbeknownst to me, that same day, I was getting blasted on Facebook, and I was heard that I'm having PPP problems.
Okay, so let's go here because you sent me the message. So I'm gonna say part of it. So he says in the message, because I remember because it kind of pissed me off. He said, "You must be broke because when he said when I was offering money, you didn't need my money, but you go on child support, you must be having money problems."
nah, dumbass, you put them people in my business when you drag me to this motherfucker.
Well, here's the thing. And what a lot of people don't understand is that initially it was due to ask for it earlier than when the judge brought it up, and I told my representative, no, I didn't want to do it. because that's not my goal. My goal ain't to have no people in our business. My goal ain't to make it so that, you know what I'm saying, I got them digging in your shit because your shit ain't legit, you know. But unfortunately,
Hold on,
this is
Ebony.
where
I'm gonna pause you right there. Stay right there. Okay, so Mr. Reese had a question for Josh. I'm sorry if I passed it. The female named Jay. I have a question for you. Is that the first time he pulled a gun on you, and what was going through your head? How did you feel the next day and later being around him?
That was the first time that they had, first and only. At the time I was scared. I don't know how I talked him out of it, but I did. But after that, I knew I had to go. Like,
Uh,
I had to go. I can't stay here. We're gonna kill each other.
yeah. Okay, Ebony, finish what you were saying.
So it's like when he made the comment about like financial problems, it's like, who said that? Who said that? And it's so crazy that I'm one of those type of people where like I've suggested to some men to go put themselves on child support, because I've watched family and friends literally give money, and it's not enough for the woman because she's using ulterior moves with the money that she's making, not taking care of the child.
Okay, I have a question. What if a man say, you put me on child support, so that's all you're gonna get?
Guess
Now,
who wouldn't care?
child support is not as much as it is to take care of a child. Some people only get like $200 or $300.
Let me tell you something. Because as soon as when you say that you're unemployed and you get on child support, they're going to go by the minimum wage of what's the minimum wage, average minimum wage. So I already know in my case, I'm not going to get nothing, and I'm not going to care because I've been taking care of my child this long.
Okay.
One monkey don't stop no show, and it doesn't take away the fact that I still have to raise my child. And I'm not gonna be that one mother that be like, oh, well, your daddy only give me this much, so this as much as I can spend on you. No, my kid is gonna still have a rich life, what I consider a rich lifestyle. My child is still not gonna go without, whatever that person contributes. Eventually, if they do, if they don't, it's not gonna stop the way I raise my child, parent my child. And
Ebony, your best friend just showed up.
They still gonna be straight.
Oh,
hey, Hassan. Martell, who the hell is Miss J? I've been times I damn near pulled the gun on Miss J. Oh, Josh.
Taken care of. Child support to me is not a bad thing. Child support to me helps diminish like any type of issues that you have with a person. Now,
but they still say that makes you bitter if you put them on child support.
It ain't me. The crazy part is not me.
I'm just saying that's what most men feel like if you put them on child.
They feel that way, but I don't agree with that. Now, don't get me wrong. I've watched a woman take a man to child support court over an Xbox game because her son can get an Xbox game sent home. She went and put that person on child support.
Okay, another question. This is for both of y'all. Say you had multiple kids, okay?
Ooh, no, I can't relate.
But just say you had multiple. Say you have multiple kids. This is an issue that's going on now. Say you have multiple kids, and the other kid's baby daddy is not taking care of them. But one of your kids' daddy is taking care of them. So he gives you money and stuff for the kids, and he gives you money and stuff for his child, and he buys gifts for his child and things of that nature. But you split the money between the other kids, and then you let the other kids play with the stuff he bought, and he gets upset. How would you feel about him being upset about that situation?
I agree with that, actually. He should be upset because you as a mom, you knew them other niggas wasn't shit and you should have made up for that shit. It's life. It sucks, but it's life.
Yeah.
I agree too, because I can only relate to, I know that sometimes when my son would come home with stuff, I would just go out and buy my daughter stuff. So I felt like you ain't got to worry about it. And it's not their responsibility. Okay. And we don't know what type of financial issues they going through to have to only have been able to afford what they could afford for your child. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never been that type of person. And women really be making a big deal. My biggest issue with that is if you are adequately getting supported by all the other fathers, and this is just how you operate your household, where everybody shares, there is no division, but everybody's being contributed to, meaning that you ain't got no deadbeat fathers. I don't see no problem with that. But if you are only harassing one to be a provider and ain't bothering another one,
That's
you
definitely
did
a
wrong
problem.
for that shit. Because that's not their responsibility.
Her son said, "Don't split nothing I buy."
Right, he's right, and he's right. I agree with that. Because like that's like Christmas coming up. Everybody know Christmas is the same time every year. Every year. And you know you can't depend on these niggas to do it. Work a double, do whatever fuck you gotta do to make sure the other one's straight. Like,
And the
I
thing
agree
is,
with
we
that. He
shouldn't
right.
have to, but it's
It sucks, but it happens.
by the time Christmas come around for my kids, I don't even know what to tell other people to buy my children, because I'm gonna
And
get
some
whatever they
people,
need.
some mothers be like, "Well, this child walking around in Jordans and stuff, and these kids walking around in regular Payless shoes. So yeah, I took the money and got them all the same kind of shoes. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't want the kids to feel bad. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. Prime example, my son got hella Jordans. Luckily for me, my daughter don't like Jordans. She don't like Jordans. She like Uggs and shit. Uggs and Crocs and baby doll looking
Crocs for
weird
the
ass shit.
win.
You know, she totally different. But I would, if she ever opened her mouth and said, "Mom, I want a pair of those shoes," I'm going to go buy her that pair of shoes, because you're my child. That's not your father. That's not his responsibility.
Right.
That's my responsibility. So I take whatever blame or whatever you want to categorize that as. I take that for whatever somebody else is lacking in for a child that's not yours. That's not your responsibility to make up. I remember, and I'm gonna give you a prime example. I remember when I was with my youngest father, and he offered to buy my child some shoes, and I was like, "No, I'm good," because it was in my mind, it was like, she's not your responsibility. Like, you know what I'm saying? That she is not for you to take care of. And I don't want to get thrown back in my face or anything, or like I had to do, because given the situation of what my daughter's father was, I didn't want it to be like I had to do for her why he couldn't do what he was supposed to do. I never wanted to hear that. I never wanted to hear that. So I'm just one of those type of parents where like, my baby's gonna be straight regardless. I'm gonna make sure of that.
Her son said your earrings. Why did your earrings? Ebony, he talking shit about her earrings. Ebony, Ebony, you say all the other fathers in harassing one boy have what? All the other fathers in harassing one boy have. I've been through it. 2 baby mothers. I'm the only nigga on a child support, and they got 2 other kids. One told me, "Oh, I give him the child support back when they with him, but I'm paying $680 for one of my sons and $400 for the other son, but the other baby daddy's not on child support. It's not equal." And then
It sucks.
her son said, "Everybody in my house gonna be wearing H&M."
And he ain't lying.
And then Reese said, "I feel the anger was towards me. Now my sons live with me." And her son said $50 shoe limit. Somebody else. Shut up, Asla.
Yeah. But no, back to what Reese said. You see that too? Like, you see the difference of, like, a woman could be so mad at you and going after you. Like, I want his money. I want to go after him.
Because he got the more money and
Don't
he
worry
taking
about
care
what
of
the
the
other nigga ain't doing. We don't.
Because he got more money. Because you know, a lot of women, they see a man got more money, they get pregnant with him on purpose.
Fool, I wouldn't do that.
That's true too. It wasn't my situation.
Fuck that.
Because my whole thing is, you know what I consider rich is when you ain't got to talk about your money. when you ain't got to talk about how much you got, that's when I know you balling. That's when I know you got money.
Shit, well, I ain't gotta work.
Do you hear me? When you ain't
Shit.
asking me to take any responsibility for any motherfucking bills.
So I have to end this show in a second. So I want to close it with the bitterness of it all. I just feel like since it's a bitter baby daddy show, before y'all hit me over the head, the bitterness, I just feel like the disrespect of it all.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to black men and black women, y'all supposed to be our protectors. You know, some of our fathers are not here, and y'all feel like we are the most hated creatures. Y'all make us think y'all hate us. You know what I'm saying? And it's just because y'all in y'all feelings and emotions. My thing with this is we have to do better when it comes to each other. And I'm not just saying it's on the men part, it's on the women part. We don't know how to talk to each other. Men don't know how to get their emotions out. And so when they do finally try to get them out, they get them out in the wrong way, you know. And it's hardening on not just the women, it's hardening on your children. And I understand we get mad and upset, but we got to think about the kids when we say and do things or when we talk to them. We don't have to love each other like we used to, but we should respect each other.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, we want to, like y'all say, we want to raise our kids to be better than what we was. And they can't do that if they see a different side growing up. So I want to thank all y'all for coming on and sitting and telling y'all stories and, you know, having this conversation with us. Thanks everybody that came through with the comments and stuff. I appreciate everybody that supports the show. I'm gonna do a bitter baby daddy one. It's not gonna be next week. That's my side chick show. So we
I could
probably
be on
do
that
it.
show too, but I digress.
and it's crazy because I said this last time. It's on February 15th. You know, that's side chick day for
Oh my God, you
Valentine's
finna get the
Day.
half off candy.
Hello, Roxanne.
That's the day to shine.
So next week is the side chick show. Thank you, Josh, my baby, my friend. Thank you, my sister, my little sister, Ebony. If nobody told y'all today, because he going to cut me right off. So bye, y'all. If nobody told y'all today, I'm going to tell you, I love you, and y'all have a good one.